Hello students, welcome to this class. If you are taking any exam, I am going to show you today how you are going to answer that exam question. It doesn't matter whether you have read or it doesn't matter whether you have prepared or even though you don't know anything, you don't have anything inside your head. I will teach you how to answer that exam questions without any knowledge prior to that exam with just some few simple skills that I'm going to show you. And at last, you are going to come out in flying colors in that exam. You are going to pass that exam. You are going to pass easily. Let me teach you how to pass exam without studying. I am not telling you not to study. I'm not encouraging students to not study. Prepare for your exam very well. But in case you didn't prepare for your exam, or you are so busy you couldn't prepare, or you just have one day to your exam, this skill, these techniques are what you are going to use. Just spare me 5 minutes of your time and I'm going to teach you these techniques and how to use them. So these techniques, they are all brought from this book, 72 Hours to JAMB UTME, chapter 6. It's very short, straight to the point. So this book contains everything that you have to know in order for you to pass UTME, JAMB UTME, and other exams. All right, not just JAMB UTME and other exams. So we are using this book, chapter 6 of this book. If you have not gotten your copy of this book, get your copy by typing the name of the book, 72 Hours to JAMB UTME, on Google, or you can tap on the link in the description. The purchase link is in the description. You purchase your copy and read more because you have more. I'm not going to be able to treat everything here, but I will treat the most important ones here. But ensure you get this book. Now, let's dive into it. Reading from the book now. The book says, the following are the unorthodox trade-offs of answering UTME questions and multiple choice questions. So multiple choice questions are those questions that have A, B, C, all those questions with option. They are called multiple choice question or MCQ. All right. So that's that for that. What are the steps? Step one, it says, be relaxed and be calm. If you like, whether you prepared well, if you didn't prepare well, just be relaxed and be calm. Trust your level of preparation, whether you prepared very well or not. Be relaxed. Don't give in that you are a failure or that you are going to fail. You have to be confident that you are going to pass. All right, that's the first step. The second step is step 2. Remember, if you are not calm, only a calm mind can function well. You can read everything and know everything in the world, but when it comes to exam, if you are not calm, you are going to fail. And then you see a student that was calm during the exam and didn't prepare, passing the exam or scoring more than you. So that's it. Step 2, it says read and understand the questions. Read and understand the questions. You are doing this rigorously. What does rigorously mean? Carefully. You are reading and understanding the questions carefully. All right. If you have to read it more than twice before understanding it, skip it. So if you have to read that question more than twice before you understand, skip it. It's not worth it. Okay? It's not worth it at this point in time. If you read the question the first time, you didn't understand, you feel like you don't understand what is going on. You read the question the second time, you feel like you don't understand what is going on. My dear, skip that question and go to the next after the second time. But there are questions that once you see those kind of questions, you should know that this question, I'm not sure I have an idea, or I'm not sure I'll be able to provide answer to this question immediately. Just quickly skip. You don't even have to read them twice. There are questions that you just see, just skip, because you know that I didn't read this question. It's not familiar. All of that. You just skip. No need to waste your time and be reading twice. Conserve your time. All right. This takes us to the third stage, which is what? Note keywords that has been placed in the exam question to deceive you or to test your ability to pay attention to details. Those keywords are placed there to what? To deceive you or distract you. It's a distraction. What are those words? Let me list them for you. Okay. Those keywords are keywords such as we have not. Sometimes they will capitalize it in the question. We have not. We have except. Which other one do we have? We have all. I'm just ensuring I put everything we have in the book. We have none. Okay. Which other one do we have? We have true. We have false. We have before. Then we have after. We have above. You have many others, but these are the most common ones. You have below. Okay. You have another one, but. When they ask you question, they say all but one. All but one. This all but, when you see but, just know it's referring to except. Another word for this but is except in an exam condition. If they say all but one, they are saying all of them except one. Okay? They can now say is, or they can say is not. So you have to pay attention to your question when you are reading. Take note of these keywords. They are placed, all these words, they are placed there to distract you. They are distraction, to confuse you. Those are their functions. This takes us to 4. All right. 4 is guess the answer before looking at the options if you feel you know it. So if you feel the question is a very easy question while you are reading the question, just quickly guess the answer to the question. Just quickly guess. Guess the answer to the question. So that immediately you look at the option and you feel among the options provided that the answer you guess is there. It builds your speed, because what matters during the first few minutes of taking multiple choice question exam questions with A, B, C, D with options, conserving your time during your first few minutes of that exam. It's very important. You don't have to delay. The moment you start delaying, your stress level start building up. And when your stress level start building up, before you know, your brain start malfunctioning. You see yourself failing simple questions. You see yourself forgetting what you memorize properly. What you spend time memorizing. You see yourself forgetting that you are not able to recall, okay, when it's time for you to use it because of pressure you have built. So that cortisol, that hormone, that stress hormone, never give your brain the opportunity to release that hormone. Never give your body the stress that will trigger your brain to release that hormone, because that hormone will mess you up. All right. Then the next one is at number 5. We have do not pick an option without reading all the options, no matter how simple the question appears. Here is one place that most candidates make mistakes. You just read the question because you feel the question is so simple. You just quickly pick one option, pick one of the options. You won't read all the options. You just say, hey, it's number one. Number one, option A is the correct option. You just pick, you won't read the rest options. That is very bad. You are going to lose a lot of marks. Okay, you are going to lose a lot of mark by so doing that. Ensure you read all the options, even though you know the answer. Look at all the options. Go through all the options before you pick your final answer. All right. Then number 6 is start at a very fast pace. You have to be fast. Like I said before, the first few minutes of a multiple choice question exam is necessary to build speed. Okay, during that first minute, you start very fast. So start at a fast pace. Look for all the most easy questions. Okay, what are easy questions? Questions that you can answer within 20 seconds. So the easy questions are those questions that you can answer within 20 seconds. Okay, 20 seconds. Any question that is taking you more than 20 seconds, skip it. Okay, if the question is taking you more than 20 seconds to answer, skip it. You are going to come back to it later. All right, but there is this new and most evolved way of answering multiple choice question. The rule states that you should not skip any question without putting an answer. All right, always ensure, because of Nigerian environment, you can be taking your exam before you know the computer will hibernate, or the computer will turn off before they put on the computer, or before they take you to another computer. Before you know, you've lost a significant amount of time in your exam, the allotted time for your own exam. You've lost your time, and most of the time, any time you lost during your exam, you can never recover it again. They don't reallocate that time to you. They don't. Any lost time is lost forever in most Nigerian exams. So safeguard that by doing what? Let's say we have option A, B, C, and D. All right. So what do you do? You read this question, it's taking you more than 20 seconds. It's not an easy question, right? And you want to skip. So what do? You just pick one option. You don't need to think too far. Just pick any option that you are suspecting to be the answer. Just pick that option and you move on. Okay? But don't leave it blank. So what are you going to do? Because this question is a question that you are going to revisit again, because it's taking you time. Okay? Because it could be that you know the question. Okay, but because it's taking you time, it's a question that will take you time to solve. You want to focus on the easier questions first before you come back to the hard ones, because you have to build your speed at the beginning to give you confidence, to control your stress level. We are trying as much as possible to avoid our brain from producing that hormone, cortisol, that stress hormone. All right. So what you have to do is, if flagging is available in the software that you are using to take that exam, if it's CBT, okay, If flagging is available, just flag the question so that you can come back. But if flagging is not available, this sheet of paper provided for you while you enter the exam hall, you use that sheet of paper, you write the question number. Let's say it's question number 5. You put it down in the sheet of paper, question number 5. If you have another one again, question number 8, you put it down in the sheet of paper. You already know that these questions, you are going to what? Visit them because they are unfinished business, but never leave it blank. Don't go without choosing something. Never ever leave any question blank. That is the most evolved skill of answering multiple choice question exam. Okay, never skip any question without picking an option. Okay, never leave any question blank before you skip. It is good to skip those kind of questions because those kind of questions are there to confuse you, distract you, exhaust you, shift your focus, and empty your confidence tank. See, once your confidence tank has been emptied, just forget it. Your stress level builds up and is finished. All right. So you don't want to experience that at the early stage of your exam. When you are experiencing stress or the effect of stress hormone, that has been released in your system, in your body system, at the later hours of your exam, that one is understandable. You can deal with it, even though you are not able to deal with it properly. The book is 72 Hours to Jam UTME. At least you have had your moment in the exam. You have answered a lot of questions with confidence. You have answered a lot of questions correct. So your possibility of failing is very low. That's it. So even though your stress level starts building up at the later stage of your exam, that's no problem. But let it not happen. Prevent it at the early stage of your exam. All right. Then this takes us to the next. When you get stuck while answering questions, what do you do? When you get stuck while answering questions, you are stuck. The first thing to do is, number 1, cancel out the options that are obviously wrong. Options that are obviously wrong. Let's say option A does not have anything to do with the question. You just cancel it. Option C has nothing to do with the question. You cancel it too. So you are left with 2 options to pick. So this gives you a more narrow, options to pick from. Okay, it gives you a more narrow view. Okay, to answering the question is going to be easier. It's easier to deal with 2 things than to deal with 4. All right. So that's the first thing to do. It's called elimination method. You eliminate obviously wrong options. Okay. Then after eliminating, what do? You choose the option you have voted to be closer to the answer. So any option that you have voted to be closer to the answer from the 2 options left, you pick it and you move on immediately. No wasting of time. Don't waste your time. The next is, when you are done solving the easy questions, start answering the more difficult ones. So when you are done answering all the easy questions, what do? You come back. Okay, all those ones you jotted down, those numbers you jotted down, you come back for them. All right, if it's flag, you flag them in the computer, you come back for them. All right, you can see how beautiful it is. Even though you didn't study, you didn't prepare for the exam, with this you can pass your exam. I'm telling you, a lot of students have testified, especially they've testified the goodness of this book, okay, and its content. Many students that took JAMB in 2026, they bought this book because of this chapter 6. Many students, because many of them are last-minute preparation candidates. All right. Feel free to take a short break during your exam when you feel you have built up too much pressure. Take short break. How do you take short break? Just close your eyes and rest your head on the desk 1 to 2 minutes. Come back with a fresh vision and mindset. Just close your eyes. Rest your head for 1 to 2 minutes. When you are back, you open your eyes with a clear vision and mindset. It is always advisable to go to the exam hall, to enter the exam hall with stickless sweets. That's those sweets without stick. For example, Tom Tom. I'm not telling you that it's Tom Tom that you will buy, but I'm giving you an example. All those sweets without stick. So during your break, you eat your sweet. Okay? When you eat your sweet, that sweet is going to give your brain more energy to function. All right, it's rich in glucose. It's going to give your brain more energy to function, because your brain is the first to react when there is low energy level in the system. When there is low glucose level in the system, your brain is the first to react. That's why when you eat, sometimes after eating, especially if food that is highly sugary, you notice that at some point you just feel dizzy and you sleep off as a result of your reaction, the reaction of your brain to the low glucose level in your blood, the low sugar level, the low oxygen level in your blood. That's why you have to fall asleep. All right. Then the next here is, always be mindful of your time. Always be mindful of your time. Don't just be taking your exam and you lose track of your time. Sorry, you fail to keep track of your time or you lose track of your time. Don't do that. Be mindful of your time. When you don't know the answer to any question, what do? Here comes the most valuable part for those candidates that didn't prepare for their exam. Okay? It's because of this part I'm about to enter. That's why I said, if you didn't prepare for your exam, you can still pass your exam. Okay? With just these techniques, these unorthodox trade-offs. All right? Mind you, these trade-offs were developed by me during my experience of taking JAMB UTME. Over 7 years of experience. I took JAMB UTME 7 times. And I also took the 8th one, okay, which is the one for this year that I'm going to use to show my 2027 JAMB 2027 candidates that their tutor is well loaded, because many of your JAMB tutor, they don't take it. Many of them can't even pass JAMB well. If you sit them to take that JAMB, they wouldn't come out in flying color. They wouldn't do well. Not all your tutors will do well. That's why I have to take that JAMB again. So we are just taking it to show the candidates that we all are in the process. We all are in the struggle. We all are in the game together. And I am capable of giving you what I claim to give you so that you can trust me very well, just like those who trusted me in 2026. All right. So when you have no idea, you don't know the answer to a question, no idea, what do? Okay. Don't worry. About 98% of the time, candidates do not always have answers to all questions in an MCQ examination. Yes, you must not know everything. It's very difficult to see a candidate who knows all the answers in an exam. It's very difficult. All right. So that's why 98% of the time, 98% of the time, you can't really find answer to all the questions. Let me show you what you have to do now. From my own experience, about 40% of MCQ questions with 4 options. So 40% of the time, when an MCQ question has 4 options, that's option A, B, C, and D. 4 options like this. Okay? 4 options style. When it comes out in this setting, there is 40% chance that the correct option is option B. Okay? 40% chances that the correct option is B, option B. Okay? What this means is that when you pick B throughout during your exam, okay, it is 40% possible that you are going to score 40 over 100 in that exam. Yes, it's 40% likely from my experience. All right. I've taken many exams. All right. So that's it. So when you don't have no idea, just put B there, provided it's 4 options, A, B, C, D. Pick B. All right. Then let's look at the second one. Any question that has A, B, 5 options, okay, C, D, and E. When it extends to 5 options, the 5 option style, okay, it is very likely that the correct option is what? Option E. All right. What is the percentage? The percentage is what? 48%. So when you have 5 options like this, it's very certain that the last option is the answer 48% of the time. So what it means is that if all the questions given to you in your exam, okay, has 5 options, it's a 5 option style multiple choice question, A, B, C, D, and you pick the last option, option E, throughout, okay, from question 1 to 100, it is 48% likely that you are going to score 48 over 100. Clock that. Clock it. All right, 48 over 100. Everything is in this book. Get this book. The link is in the description, or search it on Google. 72 hours to JAMB UTME. Search it on Google. All right. If you also go there, you are going to see testimonies of students. This book is no joke. All right. 62%. 62% possibility that the correct option to the next question would not be the same as the previous question. Let me explain. Let's say question 1. Question 1. The answer to that question 1 is option A. You are sure that the answer to question 1 is option A. For question 2, it is 62%. There's 62% chances that the answer to question 2 will not be option A again. The correct answer will not be in option A. So you are left to choose between B, C, and D for the next question. All right. You are 62% safe when you do that. So this guides you when you are answering questions. For example, after answering question 1, and you take A as the answer. And when you get to question 2, you are a bit confused. Maybe you are a bit confused between two answers. And one of the answers, one is located in A, option A, and the other one is located in option B. What do? Following this rule, you are 62% safe when you ignore what? Since the answer to number 1 is option A, you are 62% more at advantage when you pick option B as your what? As the right answer. That's it. That's the skill. Clock it. This can also help you during elimination method. The next one is multiple choice questions. That's questions with options. Multiple choice questions with none of the above. How? Anytime you see none of the above, okay, all of the above, none, and all, you are 60% safe. There is 60% chance, all right, that the correct option is that option that has any of these in it. Either the one that has all of the above, none of the above, none or all. You have 60% chances that that's the correct answer or that's the correct option. What this means is that from question 1 to 100, if you pick, let's say all the questions has all, none, all of the above, none of the above, as part of the options, okay? If you pick all the none or all or none, all of the above and none of the above, if you pick everything from 1 to 100, it is 60% likely that you are going to score 60 over 100. This works. This is evidence-based something. I have tried it. I've used myself as the experiment. I've used myself as the lab rat. Okay, I've used myself for the trial to bring this information that I'm giving you now, to give you this knowledge, okay, this technique, to design this model. Clock it. For any question, okay, that has true or false in it, true and false, true or false question, you have 62. Is it 62? Yes. 62% chances, or 62% of the time, okay, the correct answer is what? The correct option is what? It's usually true. True is usually correct 62% of the time. So when you are given 100 questions from 1 to 100 to answer, and you decide to pick true, all of them are true or false questions, you decide to pick true throughout from 1 to 100, you have 62% possibility to score 62 and above over 100. You are going to score up to 62 over 100. 62% chances. The chances are high. So take advantage of that. Have you clocked that? Clock it. Everything is in this book. 72 hours to JAMB UTME. 72 hours to JAMB UTME. Get this book. If you need the book, search it on Google. 72 hours to JAMB UTME. You are going to see the purchase link there. Just search purchase or buy 72 hours to JAMB UTME. You can send me a DM or you can as well tap on the link in the description to get your copy. No lose guard. Many JAMB candidates, many exam candidates, provided this examination you are taking that involves options A, B, C. This book is what you need. Even though you didn't read, even though you didn't study, this book will make you pass. The final one, okay? The longest option. The longest option. The option with the longest write-up. Let's say, for example, option A says he goes. Option B says he goes home. Option C says he goes to his mom's shop. All right, his mom's shop yesterday. I'm just giving an example yesterday. The option D says he loves his mom. All right, you have 54% chances. 54% chances that the correct option is the option that carries the longest test with the most meaningful write-up. All right, the longest test with the most meaningful write-up, where you have long options, long options. The longest option, or the option with the longest test with the most meaningful write-up. Looking at what we have here, he goes is one option, is short. B, he goes home, is still short. The C is he goes to his mom's shop yesterday. He loves his mom. What option here is the longest? The longest is C, right? So the correct option is likely C. You have 54% chances. Correct option is the longest. All right. The longest meaningful. All right. So let's say you have question 1 to 100 and all the questions have long options like this, long options. So, and you went ahead to pick all the options from 1 to 100, the longest option with the most meaningful write-up from 1 to 100. You have 54% chances to score 54 and above over 100. Okay, this is evidence based. This is from experience. It's a rule of thumb. Have you clocked that? Clock it. Please don't use this as a replacement for conventional way of answering multiple choice exam questions. So always read your book. Always prepare for your exams. Prepare very well for your exams before going to the exam hall. Don't just place all your hope on this. So I will always say this so that tomorrow you will not say you placed all your hope in my technique. You placed all your hope in the book and it didn't work for you. Though I have never heard that before. I've never heard heard such review before. Okay, but please, this does not replace the conventional way of answering exam questions. All right. So there's the book. Everything is here. You have more here. Okay, these are just the most common ones and the most important ones you need. Okay, but you have more here. You have more. All right, here. So this book, 72 Hours to Jam UTME. Ensure to get your copy for any exam, not just for UTME. For any exam, 72 Hours to Jam UTME. Get your copy. Search it on Google or send me a DM, or you can as well tap the link in the description, the purchase link, to purchase the book. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. Share this video to your friends that are taking exam or that are about to take exam. And drop your comments. Drop your thank you in the comment section as we celebrate your result of flying colors in few days or in few weeks time, or even in few months time. I will see you guys in the next one. My name is Nkwado Augustine. I am the author of the book 72 Hours to Jam UTME and the fastest and most efficient tutor in Nigeria. Bye-bye.